want to get into the college football playoff, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field over the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see, the number 22 team in the country, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tigers offense will have the football first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have 2 guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got 2 very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team. I am going to take my shots and give...
Feeds him the stiff arm, and he's running free. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. So, guys, where were you when Auburn and Texas A&M were going back and forth in that 4-overtime marathon last year?
I was glued to my TV set. Are you kidding me? That's one of the most memorable games, not just in the SEC, but in all in college football. 4 overtimes? David, if we can get half of what that game was last year, man, we were in for a fun one today.
Jordan Hare was rocking. Auburn had so many close losses. It was finally that moment where they kind of put it together, got out to a great start, held on late, and made the plays late in the game. What a phenomenal game a year ago.
Just gets rid of it before the heat. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Auburn sends out the punting unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. First run of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. So the Texas A&M Aggies offense has its first opportunity of the day. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster, man. I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, winning at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
Bought a little time, lets it go. That's caught. It's Concepcion. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. The Aggies come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Back to throw, it's Reed. Got his man. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And the Aggies will have it 1st and 10. On the move, it's Owens. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now. Texas A&M will line up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Next, going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Aggie! This is why they show up for Midnight Yell, and they are playing like they practiced.
And this place rocks as loud as anywhere in the country, and you want to get them going early. First drive of the game, scoring a touchdown, getting them jacked up.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll start this drive going to the air. That's reeled in. It's Singleton. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Finds the tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
They punt it away on 4th down. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Touchdown, Aggies! The hidden yardage, the big play, special teams coming through. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick, you can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on them. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Daniels. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down.
It's so hard for these DBs to try to match up with this guy one-on-one, the back end. He's just too big, and he's just able to run the corner out-muscle everybody for the football, and haul in the catch.
To the air on 1st down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Well, you're seeing a complete effort right now by this football team. Their offense has been doing their part, scoring points. They've got a big lead, and the defense right now is just shutting the opponent out. So good against the run and so athletic, and you have the ability to rush the passer. As you saw right there, getting the sack. We're only in the 1st quarter, but they're right now winning this game in all 3 phases.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there. And they shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
This is intercepted along the sidelines, but no, he's out of bounds. It's just an incomplete pass. Very fortunate turn of events for the offense. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. First play of the period, first down here. He might want another play. To the air, it's Reed. Finds his tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. Wants to throw on first down. Steps away to find some room. Pulls it in. It's Craven. And they swarm him under. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week. And that's a pretty good job by this defense. You force them into third and medium. Now you get a situation where you're playing pass, but, man, got to do a better job of keeping that rabbit in the cage. Don't let him outside the pocket, because when he does, you see right there, he chews up 10 quick and gets that third down conversion.
He's going to take off. He's got it out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling.
This guy's getting himself into a rhythm here early. You just saw a beautiful throw in the previous play. Now he's showing off the speed, and you can't blame him, honestly. When you run like him, even if it's first down, if it's not open, just take off. This defense is going to be on their heels all game long if they can't find a way to start slowing him down.
And this offense shows right away on first down. They're willing to pass down here. Just to soften them up a little bit for the run here on second down and goal.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Knocked away, incomplete in the end zone.
A really good job by this defense staying positive. They gave up a bunch of yards, got down towards the shadow of their own goal line. 2 straight passes, 2 incompletions, trying to just get off the field here with only giving up 3 points.
Looking to get it in. Man, you have to do everything in your power not to let your momentum carry you out of bounds short of the first down marker.
And I would argue, too, maybe you run your route a little bit deeper. You got to understand where the first down marker is and where I got to get to. But, yeah, I'm not running out of bounds. I'm lowering my shoulder and trying to get as much yardage as I can to make this fourth down manageable.
Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And with the extra point, they're up 21-0.
I like this offense. I like watching it, man. They find a way to make plays and spread the football around. But I'll tell you what, I think this QB has an eye for this guy because that's 3 TDs now in 4 games. He wants to find him and make plays, really starting to trust that receiver out wide.
So here comes the Auburn offense. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were
turning it on. Finds his man. It's Simmons. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. Auburn lines up quickly.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
On the run, it's Alston. At the 45 on his way. Flying out to the left. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. To the ground. He's got it again. Powers through the defender. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Auburn! Big time touchdown there to get some much-needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
And he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
The Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He's stuffed after picking up one to the 23.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Looking downfield, it's Reed. He unleashes a long one. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They're dealing with a second and long. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. They have it at the 43, third and short, trying to avoid making a decision on fourth down. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. With the catch, it's Concepcion. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. A&M comes back out with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. He's going to fire deep. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
Well, this defense was ready for go bumps. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
The short hands, it's Craven. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll give it to the back. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And the Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Back to pass, it's Reed. Pressure coming. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Might be calling a hot route. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Aggies, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Under fire! He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. This time it's complete. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. He'll set up to throw. Bring in the heat. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. They'll immediately call timeout.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area we got to bow up. Nice job on first down, stopping them. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Moss. Touchdown, Aggie. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
He'll bring it out. It's Kane. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. From the gun, give on the inside. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
And if nothing else, a notable first half so far in College Station.
Just about set here in the second half as Auburn about to kick it off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's got great speed. He's got an alley. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
Yeah, we just went to half and we drew up all these adjustments and things we got to do differently to take advantage. How about the special teams coming out to start the second half and setting the tone, taking the kick all the way back for 6. You don't draw it up any better than that.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw, it's Daniels. Lets it fly. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing it his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
Throws to the tight end. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
I know the offense came into this game expecting to have some success throwing the football, and right after getting a takeaway right outside of the red zone, they try to do just that. The one-on-one matchups are going to be there in this game. That time, though, the defense did a better job making a play, forcing the incompletion.
And the Aggies are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Looking for the first down, Texas A&M lines up on 4th. Converts on 4th down, still going. He steps out of bounds, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Now improvising. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie! Quick strike through the air for the score. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. West Virginia is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Don Nehlen, this has not been a blowout today in Morgantown. They're up by 10 over Utah. We'll circle back if anything changes in this interesting Big 12 matchup. Back to you guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Daniels. Got his man downfield. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Got it in the middle with Simmons. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. The corners are walked up tight. To the air on 2nd down. Quickly out to the tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field.
And that's good enough for 1st down.
They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw again. Makes the catch. It's Coleman. Breaks into the open. Inside the 35. Knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Simmons. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Line getting set on 2nd down.
Military stunt.
Off play action. Throws to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the 1st half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Right back to it. Creates a little room. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Caught in the backfield, it's Owens. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down.
That's good for
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. They'll try the run. There he goes. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Aggies pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. And the Aggies kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Hands it off on the counter. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add that.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
second down coming up.
We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Looking to fire. Going for 6. Wide open downfield. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The Aggies didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Touchdown, Aggies! Fit it in the window for the score. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They put together an 81-yard drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the returner will be brought down. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. To the air, it's Knight. Got a man, it's Kane. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Robinson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Well, the defense is not taking their foot off the gas. They've got a huge lead. We're early in the 4th quarter, and still they're getting pressure on this quarterback, registering a sack.
Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. Hauls it in at the 40. He gets a block. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Special teams coming through the 3rd aspect of the game, delivering big time. With that, the lead 4-0 start.
Now, honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position.
And he loses the ball deep in his own end. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? So here comes the Auburn offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week.
Not one, but 2 sacks on the day, and possibly more to come. Still time left in this football game, and this is a beatdown. You know all passes are coming. This offensive line better do a better job.
Dropping back, it's Knight. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Auburn sends out the punting unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They want that clock to run. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Touchdown, Aggie! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Things a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Here comes the offense back onto the field. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Slams into the pile, he'll get 1 to the 17. Didn't get much on 1st down, it's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle, it's Fields. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Scanning the field, it's Knight. Here's a heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Well, this defense thought coming into this one they could get after the quarterback, but I'm not sure, guys, if they thought they'd have this much success. Everything they've dialed up has gotten home. They've got 6 sacks in this game.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Robinson. Oh, he's got some space. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we've certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Here comes the heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. Hauls it in, looking for space. Makes a move. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Great place to start for this offense. He wants to change this route. To the air on 1st down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field?
Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. 3rd play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. Pocket breaking down. trying to escape and get it himself. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Guys, this one's going to go down as a nice win against a ranked opponent. We didn't get the upset that many had thought we might.
No, they...
Fires deep toward the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out. Just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
Ready to try the point after. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Knight. Using the quick game.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we got to get the first down, or we got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game.
First down for the offense.
After this, it'll be a wrap. Wants to throw on first down. He'll take another shot here. And the pass goes incomplete, looking to make things look a little tighter on the scoreboard, but that's going to do it. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement.